Good to see every one of y'all. You're looking real good tonight. I just happened to feel in here, my wife, I've lost my phone somewhere. So if somebody is up there, I just happened to notice that. I don't want to lose it. Somebody might call me. I might miss it. But anyway, we're glad you're here. Y'all looking real good out there tonight. Let me go ahead and remind y'all, don't forget, keep it in mind, put it on your calendar. Our last show this year will be December the 16th. We're going to have a big Christmas show that night, so don't forget that. Tell your friends and neighbors about it. If you go on Facebook, tell every one of your friends on Facebook. If everybody, I see some of them, I think I probably got 800 or 900 friends on Facebook. And if I blast them all and tell them that what we're having, that's several people. Well, if you did the same thing, Lord, we'd have a bunch of people knowing about our Christmas show. So, also, on January the 6th, be sure don't forget about this. Tell everybody about it. Leonia Williams and Ron Williams will be in concert right here on this stage, and you will not want to miss that concert. She is a legendary singer in country music. She's on the RFD network all the time, Midwest Country Show. She's on the Grand Ole Opry. She's just about everywhere you can imagine. She used to be Merle Haggard's wife, and you're talking about a lady that can sing the house down. She can do it. And also, Ron will be with her, and he is equally as good as anybody you'll ever hear on the radio. So you can't miss that concert. You need to be sure and put it on your website, on your calendar. Be telling everybody about it. Help us fill this place up, because we want to begin to bring more and more big name people in here. But without your help and without your support, that will not happen. So we're gonna believe that this is gonna turn out good, and I know the concert will be awesome. I just hope and pray that you'll help us share the word, and from now to January the 6th, a lot of people can learn about it. And you will not, take my word for it, you will not want to miss that show. It will be awesome. And I'll go ahead and mention that we have, been a good while back, my family and I before we ever built this place, we used to travel around singing gospel music all over the country, and we stopped doing that when I built this place, and but we made a cassette, an album. So I took it off of the cassette and put it on CD. What most people now got CDs instead of cassette. We still got it on cassette, but it's also on CD. And we're selling those for like $5 to help us to cover expenses here. And my daughter also has a CD back there. And I don't really know, my wife and Jan can tell you what they're getting for that one. I really don't know. But her and another guy that used to sing together traveled around for a good long time, and they can really sing great together. And I also got a CD back there of a live concert that we did with Ken Holloway out of New Orleans, one of the awesomest Christian country music artists. In fact, Wayne Martin was here, and Jimmy Miller, that's filling in for Jimmy Powell. Jimmy Powell, I think it's his granddaughter or something, wasn't it, Wayne, that get married tonight, and he couldn't be here, but Jimmy Miller was gracious enough that he's down here tonight to fill in, and Jimmy Powell's played. Awesome steel guitar player. You'll find out in a little bit if you've not heard him. But he's also playing on that when Ken Holloway was here. He's one of the pickers that was on it, and Wayne's the other, and plus a lot of that's playing here on this stage tonight. But anyway, we got those put together on a CD too, that we're selling for $5, just to help us to cover some expense here to keep this show going for y'all. So if that's something that you might be interested in, they're out in the concession stand out there. You might ask them about it. Also, Artie Rodriguez is back in the house tonight. And I think he's probably, if he hadn't got some, we sold all he had here for a while. He might have restocked us, I don't know, but I'm sure he's got some here. But I doubt he's going to let you have his for $5. I think his is 10. But he knows what his is worth. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, great guy, awesome singer. Danny Howell's back in the house. He's gonna do his stuff here tonight. And I'm not sure, but I think a guy that is out of Nashville that may very well slip in here directly. If he does, we're going to put him on this stage and let him do 2 or 3 songs for you. I heard he was coming by here. But also, for all of y'all that heard Doodle Hall, when he was here that night, do a few songs, he next Friday night will be doing the whole entire half of our show. You will not want to miss that show. So be sure and be out next Friday night. Bring all your friends and neighbors and tell everybody to come on out. Doodle Hall will be doing the whole last half of our show next Friday night. So with all that said, y'all ready to have a show? Are you ready to have a show tonight, partner? He said he is ready to go. Where's Ansel Bryant? You're in the house. He's ready to go too. So what can I say? Show them how much racket we can make out here now, folks, that you appreciate them, and make Mr. Danny Howell welcome as he comes on this stage.
If he brings you happiness, then I wish you both the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. And if he ever leaves you blue, just remember I love you. I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Though it hurts to let you go, darling, I want you to know that I'll stand by you if you should ever fall. And if I should ever hear he made you shed a tear, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. I'll be there anytime you need me by your side to dry away every teardrop that you've cried. If he ever leaves you blue, just remember I love you. I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. We loved a little and I heard a lot, and then you was gone. Baby, thanks a lot. You told our friends I was passing by. You're not sorry that you made me cry. You said I deserve everything that I got. If that's how you feel, baby, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. We loved a little and heard a lot, And if that's how you feel, baby, thanks a lot. You ordered a food, and I played the part. Now all I've got is a broken heart. We loved a little, and I hurt a lot. I lost your love, baby, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. We loved a little, and I hurt a lot. I just wanted your love, baby, thanks a lot. Just wanted your love, baby, thanks a lot. Thanks loads, honey. Well, why don't you love me like I used to do? How come you treat me like a worn out shoe? My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Ain't had no loving like a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. We don't get near her, far her closer than a country mile. Hey, why don't you spark me like you used to do? Say sweet nothings like you used to coo. I'm the same old trouble that you've always been through. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Well, why don't you treat me like you used to do? How come you find so many faults with me? Somebody's changed, so let me give you a clue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Ain't had no loving like a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. Don't get near her, burr her closer than a country mile. Hey, why don't you say the things you used to say? How come you treat me like a piece of clay? Hair still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Thank you.
About a hand for Danny Howell. We sure appreciate all of y'all being here. We wouldn't have near as much fun if y'all weren't here. So we're sure glad you came, and I know that you're going to be glad you were here, too, when you hear this next gal. We're going to bring her out here. Y'all think it's getting cold out there? This lady was raised in the state of South Dakota. Now, she can tell you what cold is, but she's an Alabama girl now, and we're glad to have her. Miss Joanne Pope. Y'all make her welcome.
The song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music, I felt forever. This is what I can do. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my my partner every night. When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Joanne Pope. Great job. Good song. Good song. We appreciate that. We got a fella we're going to bring out now. If you like good old country ballads, and you're in the right place tonight, we got one that can sure do it. Mr. Oline Casey, make him welcome.
Candy kisses wrapped in paper, you'd rather have them than any of mine. Candy kisses wrapped in paper mean more to you, dear, than any of mine. You don't mean it when you whisper those sweet love words in my ear. Candy kisses wrapped in paper, you'd rather have them than mine, dear. I build a castle out of dreams, dear. I thought that you was building one too. Now my castle all has fallen, and I'm left here alone and blue. with all these tears and kisses wrapped in paper. You'd rather have them than mine, dear. You'd rather have them than mine, dear. Thank you. God bless you.
Oline Casey. We'll have Oline back a little while later in the second half. Y'all be looking forward to that. We got any Western swing fans out here? We got a few. We're going to do you a blues number just for that. But this is one that you heard Bob Wills do a lot. He used to do this tune quite a bit out there. It's an old tune called the Milk Cow Blues, and we're going to try to show off some of these fellas up here a little bit. Florida, Mr. Jimmy Miller on the steel guitar. That's the Cottonwood Flash from Cottonwood, Alabama, Buster Watson. Uniac Springs, Jim Williams. We call him the big un, Charles Scott. He's playing the smallest instrument up here, the harmonica.
That's Mr. Wayne Martin, all the way from Blunttown, Florida. Jay, you want to do a round?
Well, we milked that old cow about all we could. We enjoyed that. We're going to bring a fella out here now that has got a new CD out, and he's proud of it, and he's got a right to be. It's a good CD, so we hope all of you pick one up. When this CD first came out, it sold 30,000 copies right off the bat. That's right. And if you ever heard it and want a copy, be sure to see Artie afterwards because he's got 30,000 copies of it out there in the trunk of his car. Make him welcome. Here he is, Artie Rodriguez.
This old highway seems so lonesome when you go and where you've been, and so lonesome song can make you cry time and time again. If I had listened to a friend of mine 10 years ago today, I'd have a better job than what I got today. But the billboards on the highway and the brake lights on the cars makes me jump out on the highway with my bag and my guitar. If she comes or if she goes, it doesn't matter anymore, 'cause I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter where or how I go, I'll ride this thumb till I see her again. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Well, the reason why she left me is not the reason that I'm here. I'm a traveling kind of man that needs a change of atmosphere. If there's any place I haven't been at all, that's where I'll go. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Riding my thumb to Mexico. It don't matter when or how I go, I'll ride this thumb till I see her again. So I'm riding my thumb to Mexico. Thank y'all. This was a request somebody wanted to hear last time I was up here and didn't play it. Here's something called I'll Break Out Again Tonight. Slowly the long day turns to night, and soon they'll turn on the prison lights. But in my cell I'll be making plans to be at home with you again. These walls and bars can't hold a dreaming man, so I'll be home to tuck the babies in. Now they can chain my body, but not my mind, and I'll break out again tonight. Let's break it out. The warden thinks that I'm in for a life, 'cause all he's ever seen me wear is stripes. He don't know about my blue suit or my tie that I wear when I'm with you each night. These walls and bars can't hold a dreaming man, so I'll be home to tuck the babies in. How they can chain my body, but not my mind. And I'll break out again tonight. Yes, I'll break out again tonight. Thank you. Well, it's good to see everybody out here on Veterans Day. Let me see a show of hands. How many veterans we got in the... I want us to be the first to tell you thank you for everything you did for this country. My dad, he's a veteran, a former POW from the Korean War. He was in the Army, and he kind of looked at me funny because I wanted to go in the Marine Corps. So when I went in the Marine Corps, he joked at me a lot about that. But this goes out to all the veterans and also to the families of the ones that never came home.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend hers till today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, to New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend hers till the day. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. To be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend hers till the day. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Thank y'all.
Artie Rodriguez. We'll have him back a little later on, too. We're going to feature this fellow over here, and I understand that it's a special day for him because today is his birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old he is, but look out, Medicare.
I'm officially a senior citizen.
He's got his card now, and we hope you don't ever have to use it. Make him welcome Jim Williams.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Let's try it in this key. come and listen in to a radio station where the mighty host of heaven sing. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. If you want to hear the songs of Zion coming from a land of endless spring, get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. There's glory to share. Turn the lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Brother, listen into the Glory Land chorus. Listen to the glad of Zion's roll. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Get a little taste of joys awaiting. Get a little heaven in your soul. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. There's a glory to share. Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Listen to the songs of the fathers and the mothers and the mighty friends gone on before. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Some eternal morning we shall meet them over on the hallelujah shore. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on. It's glory to share. Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on. Thank you.
Jim Williams. Yes, sir. We're not going to let him go anywhere. We'll make him stick around for a long time. We want to remind you before we go to our little intermission here that the concession stand will be opened up there, and y'all be sure to go up there and partake of that. They've got filet mignon up there again tonight. And the way they fix it, though, it looks a lot like a hot dog. So I know you'll enjoy that. And they wanted me to remind you, too, that they've got a guest book up there. And if you'll sign the guest book, then they can get in touch with you when we're going to be having special shows and what have you. And I imagine they'd like to have an email if you're willing to give them an email address. And that way it makes it easy to notify when we're going to have people like Leona Williams and people like that coming up. And get on our mailing list so you'll know what's happening here. But before we do all that, we want to welcome this old boy over here that's been playing rhythm for you, Mr. Rickey Haddock. Make him welcome.
Good to see y'all. Now, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Everybody's supposed to have brought 3 people with them. There ain't but 2 of y'all that done it. Go ahead. Well, it sure feels good to come in here, just pull up a chair, frosty mug of a cool one helps to beat the heat. Well, these old dog days of summer, Lord, I'll be glad when you're gone. It's too hot to feel, too hot for God, too cold at home. Those bass takes me back when I was a kid. Gladly wore our uniform just like the Dodgers did, where we won a few and lost a few, but for me it still goes on. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. Well, I only plan on one or two. Think I'll just stay for three. If that good-looking thing in the corner keeps smiling back at me, it's so easy not to care about what's right or what's wrong. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. Only plan on one or two. Think I'll stay for three. If that good-looking thing in the corner keeps smiling back at me, it's so easy not to care about what's right or what's wrong. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. You know, they say cats has got 9 lives, but a frog croaks every minute. Now me work at Howell Soup Service. We specialize in service all the way. And the only thing that really bugged me is that big old boy in his stripped down Model A. At Howell Soup Service, we do grease jobs. We do 30, 40 flats every day. And just about the time gets real busy, here comes that boy in his stripped down Model A. And he said, give me 50 cents worth of regular. Check my old tube if you don't mind. Put some air in my tire, won't you, mister? Clean my windows too if you have time. Last night I dreamed I died and gone to heaven, to that mighty super service in the sky. I was satisfied with pumping gas forever, for the angels in the sweet by and by. Now the pearly gates was just around the corner. I could see the new ones coming every day. I was changing plugs in Moses' magic carpet when through the clouds came a cut down Model A. And he said, give me 50 cents worth of regular. Check my old tube if you don't mind. Put some air in my tire, won't you, mister? Clean my windows too if you have time. Now he said, give me 50 cents worth of regular. Check my old tube if you don't mind. Put some air in my tire, won't you, mister? Clean my windows too if you have time. only came with one joke, and I done told y'all that one about the frog. Trying to fill in for Whitley. Now I'm lying here with Linda on my mind, and next to me, my soon-to-be, the one I left behind. And Lord, it's killing me to see her cry. She knows I'm lying here beside her, with Linda on my mind. Lord knows that I once loved her, and I placed no one above her. I never thought I'd ever set her free, but it just wasn't in my plan. The way Linda squeezed my hand the first time I held her close, as she danced with me, she said, I loved you for a long time, but you're married to a friend of mine. And I tried hard to never let it show, but my love for you is stronger, and I can't hide it any longer. So I thought I'd better let you know that I'm lying here with Linda on my mind, and next to me, my soon-to-be, the one I left behind. And Lord, it's killing me to see her cry. She knows I'm lying here beside her, with Linda on my
Y'all don't get too far off, because we got a whole other half coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll be looking for you then.